What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Overdose. Now, I'm recovering from a crazy night, so my voice is a little off right now, but we're gonna power through it. I got a special guest today.
Hi, my name is Morgan.
All right. Now, how familiar are you with red pill content?
I'm getting more and more familiar, you know.
What do you feel about the whole thing in entirely?
I think it's real interesting, you know. It's, a lot of people, everybody has relationships, so I mean, it's a universal topic.
All right. Well, today's video is TikTok is making women undateable. What are your thoughts when you hear that?
I mean, I'm not really on TikTok like that. Like, I don't really record myself, but I do watch a lot of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
Yes, and that was a good thing. And I'd encourage that.
I can't read that fast.
Yeah, me either.
I'm going to give you 15 short videos, a minute or less long, that I had banned when I was trying to get going on TikTok. Now, I was experimenting a little bit. There's some good concepts.
What's up with this random video?
Brief, you might find it interesting, but what's actually interesting about this is, again, TikTok has 1 billion users, and because of how the platform works, they're aggressively banning and censoring masculine viewpoints. So all 15 of these videos were banned. I got viral a couple times and my accounts gained a little bit of traction, and they were
What's up with
I'm
this
not even
sad-
what? I'm not even listening to him. I'm like, why?
water. Anyway, I'd like you to be the judge. Let me know what you think and what you think of any of the content.
That was random.
If you like this type of content, please hit that subscription button and let's jump into it.
Oh, God.
Confuse masculine and feminine attractiveness. Women are attracted to money, looks, and status. So if you're one of these guys that's emulating women and emulating female attractiveness with your abs out, your messy hair, and your cute little face in the mirror, that's going to backfire on you because they're going to think you're gay or bi. So take a look at these examples.
It's interesting. This is interesting.
A big dick.
Okay. What do you think about that? That was interesting.
I mean, you know, people dress more masculine to attract a certain kind of person. Like, that's just simple. Like, that's
No, I
easy.
mean,
That's
you
not-
personally, do you care more about, like he said, you know, the aesthetics versus the money, status, power thing?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna be attracted to whoever. There's such a spectrum now. Like, there's masculine men dating feminine women, but there's also masculine women dating feminine men. So, like, it's not real black and white anymore. It's just a whole gray area. Like, I'm crazy androgynous. You know, like, I'm crazy androgynous. Like, sometimes I dress like a guy, sometimes I dress like a girl. Like, it just whatever I feel that day. But it's not gonna. I'm not trying to. I don't know, dress for yourself. Don't dress for other people.
Okay. So the way someone dress doesn't affect their attractiveness to you?
I mean, like, you gotta have style. But no, I mean, a guy in a dress, it's not gonna be like, oh, he's too feminine for me, you know? Like, what Harry Styles is, like, so masculine, and he's in a dress, and he's crazy androgynous, and he's still sexy as fuck, so.
All right.
You date them and sleep with them a few times. You marry like the average, like nice one, like the boyfriend dick.
All women in our modern society are practicing some form of a dualistic mating strategy, otherwise known as alpha fucks and beta bucks. Now, the theory for this is that women want to acquire the best genetics material they can while also securing resources and controlling the social narrative through men at large. The biological evidence for this theory is that women have shown a very consistent trend to prefer more masculine, virile men during the ovulation period of their cycle, so they will go out and want to elicit a sexual relationship with no commitment during that time, and then the rest of their cycle, they're looking for long-term romantic relationships. So let me know what you think.
I mean, I can't really speak on this. I don't want children. Like, I don't want kids. So, maybe. But I don't want kids. So I'm never like, oh, I'm on my period. Let me go find a man. Like,
Let's not speak on the kids. Let's speak on the practice of kids.
Like witchcraft, the practice of
No, like, you know, sex, obviously.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't like kids. So, like, you know, have kids.
But even if you don't like kids or whatever, you still have the urge to do it. You know what I mean?
like have sex.
Yeah. So what he's saying is,
I don't know. I'm 23. I'm horny all the time, so I can't really speak on this topic.
Okay.
I feel like I'm more of a guy in this area.
okay. So basically what he's saying is that women, when they look for like the best genes to fuck and blah, 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 but also they look for like the person who has the money, who's a beta, blah, blah, blah. Is that true in your life or what you see in your life?
No, because
Okay.
right now my best friend wants to have kids with this guy who she's completely supporting. And, you know, I mean, like, I'm not going to go in on his genes or anything. Like, that's him and her. But, like, it's not really status. It's love and who you want to have a child with. I mean, there's some people who are like, oh, I got to find the most beautiful person so I can have the most beautiful baby. But there's some people that are like, I got to find the most beautiful person inside so that we raise the most beautiful baby.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's all about money, then be prepared to raise a kid on your own. Because you can't raise a kid on money. I mean, you should have money to support a child.
Okay, I was about
But,
to say.
like, money doesn't make a child who they are. You know?
Okay.
Like, you make the child who you are.
Okay, I got you. I get
Yeah.
that. I get it.
Okay.
Women are extremely easy to control via the media and social media, and how this ties to a popular theory in evolutionary psychology is that women are hyper concerned about social conformance, and they're hyper reactive to rumors, slanders, gossip, and things like that. And the popular theory in evolutionary psychology is that this is because in a tribe, if a woman was ostracized from the group, she would most certainly die. Whereas men, often to increase their social status, would have to challenge social norms, and if they were ostracized, they could likely survive on their own. So
Not want to be equal to men. That's gross. I want to be.
I don't understand. Am I dumb? I don't understand this guy at all. He's
I mean,
using
I
the
get
biggest
it.
words to make himself sound so smart when he could just easily simplify it. Like, you're simplifying it so quickly for me, but he's just, okay, great. Okay, you're smart. We get it. Like, sorry. I hope he doesn't watch this video.
Might. I've had two people, the creators, watch my videos and they email me. Oh my god, I love your work. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm done. I can't understand what he's saying, so
I'm gonna try to pay more
translate for
attention. Yeah, I'm
me.
gonna try to translate. Got you. Actually, that last part, I was just like, what the fuck?
Okay. I was like, huh?
If I can't get it, then I'm just gonna move to number 4.
via the media and social media.
I mean,
and how this
yes,
ties
I agree
to
there.
Yeah.
Like,
popular
women paid a lot of attention to
Yeah,
social
to, like,
media. I enjoy
beauty
validation.
norms, things like that. Yeah, yeah, fashion. Yep.
theory and evolutionary psychology is that women are hyper concerned about social conformance, and they're hyper reactive to rumors, slanders, gossip, and things like that.
Okay.
And the popular theory in evolutionary psychology is that this is because in a tribe, if
Okay, I get it. Okay, so basically what he's saying is the reason why women conform much easier than men is because if they was sent out or kicked out the tribe, they would die.
Men?
No, women. If men were kicked out of the tribe, they could survive.
Maybe in like 1965.
No, that's what he meant. So evolution wise.
Okay.
That's why you programmed to think that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree or you don't agree?
I could see that, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm like, I feel dumb.
Hey, what?
Am I stupid? Do I speak this language? What is he saying?
equal to men. That's gross. of them. I want to oppress men. I want that. Give it to me now.
Women have evolved to look after their own interests and their
What? Hold on,
But
wait,
there's
what?
women have been impressed for so long. Y'all need a little bit. Like, girl, I want someone to catcall you and make you feel uncomfortable on the street.
I've actually had that.
Well, good. You deserve it because
I
there's a
deserve
lot of girls on the planet that don't deserve it, and you're a man, and all men deserve to be catcalled and made to feel super uncomfortable. So let's oppress
It didn't
men.
see- it didn't
I'm
make me-
here for that.
I guess the difference was it didn't make me feel uncomfortable because I knew
See?
that I can, fight or shoot if I have to. Because I've had it happen with girls and with like gay guys.
I will give my number to a guy and then just block him later because I don't want to find
get
out what
that.
happens if I'm like, no. You
I
know?
get that. I get
so
that. That's a real thing. Yeah.
let's oppress men.
No, let's not. Okay.
offspring interest by extracting resources from men. In addition to that, they have evolved to push their men, their partners, their sexual partners, to accomplish as much as possible, and that is done through perpetual unhappiness and anxiety. So they constantly say, I want a bigger house, I want more food, I want more money. This pushes men who are designed to supplicate to women in order to provide for them, in the same way that women are designed to supplicate to children in order to provide for them. So because of all this, women will never be happy, they will never be satisfied, and we are now in the position where men can no longer give in this society. And take a look at the evidence around you, but this is a popular theory I thought you guys would think was interesting.
Do you agree with that?
Is this guy living in like 1995? Because I feel like he lives like a different era than we do.
Okay.
There are so many women that just support themselves and push, that support these broke guys and push those guys to do their dreams. And you know, there's house husbands now. There's this. All of the roles are mixed up, and this guy's like, it's this way, and look around.
You don't think that's the majority?
I think that the world is changing.
Okay.
And if you're under the age of 35, then you're going to have a more open view on the world than anybody above that. I mean, if you're 45 and you have an open mind, good for you. But like, you know, the new generations, the young generations, they're not going to have any of this.
Okay.
Like this men-female roles. I I hope. This guy is...
So as of right now, you don't think what he said in number 4 is true?
I get why he would say it, but I don't think it's true anymore. I think the world's changing, and he's not really seeing that.
He doesn't see the current world with what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to point out, Captain Fucking Obvious?
Real reasons are: number 1, social conformists to fit in with the mainstream narrative. Number 2 is approval seeking from non-white people, including as eliciting sexual encounters. 3 is social manipulation and using shaming and guilt against men in their social hierarchy. So that's their dads, their brothers, their co-workers, their bosses, and political figures. Number 4 is virtue signaling to promote they're morally superior to everybody else. And number 5 is the sadistic aspect. So they use this narrative as an excuse to attack and degrade people based on race, and then they will tell them they can't even have an opinion on it or defend themselves. Given all that, they will then front empathy and expect to be praised for this behavior rather than criticized. So let me know what you think.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's 100% facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's not even debatable.
No.
If y'all are racist, just say you're racist, Kyle.
Wearing a mask for 3.2 seconds, screaming, I can't breathe.
For someone else, if we go down, then...
Western societies are in
Oh, is that the example?
Yeah, that was an example.
Okay.
Being the most privileged demographic in the history of the human race, women feel perpetually oppressed. Now, there are several theories for why this is the case. I'm going to give you one of them. So, to establish the context of what we're talking about, women have unfair advantages throughout public and private education. They have unfair advantages due to affirmative action throughout the private sector. They have
college administrations and human resources, the family court system, and the law itself, which are all designed to be biased for and protect women at the expense of men. So given all that, they still feel oppressed, and one theory for that is they naturally view the top 20% of men or less and then compare themselves to them. So when they say they're oppressed, they're comparing themselves to athletes, celebrities, CEOs, and things like that, when they disregard or hate the vast majority of men, calling them incels and things like that. Let me know what you think.
I can see that, I guess.
I can see that. Yeah, I definitely can see that. I think these are now starting to be more like just obvious statements.
Right. Yeah.
Other ones was a little bit more.
Like, men have had a huge head start, you know? So, of course, if you're a successful woman, you're going to be in a primarily male workplace.
Yeah.
Because just history has led to that. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Patriarchy is a set of social tools that men need in order to protect and provide.
What does this have to do with TikTok?
Exactly.
Why TikTok is making women undateable? How is this...
Yeah,
what?
at first it was there, but now it's like his views on TikTok, I guess.
This isn't even about TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
This is about women. He's just talking about men. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Families, and why women are different comes down to biology. So men, unlike women, are designed to supplicate to women and want to look after the family unit, whereas women are designed to look after their own self-interest and their offspring's interest rather than the family unit like men are. So if they were given the responsibility to design such a system, it would only exist in order to benefit them, their personal interests. They view it and they look at the way men create it and assume that it's been created in order to be biased for and serve the interest of.
Why is? Hold on.
Instinctual.
I know he's about to say this shit.
To protect and provide for women and children, which is the actual reason that men have created the patriarchy over thousands of years.
So why is it called daddy issues?
Wait,
why
what?
is daddy
No,
issues
completely.
a thing? Okay, like men are so absent in this family unit that they care
got
about,
you.
like that there's a word for the issues. There is a coined term.
Word. Yeah, got you.
Daddy issues, absent father, single mother.
Okay. That is a great question that I do not have the answer to. But but do you see what he was saying? Like,
I can see why he would say that. He's very he thinks men are superior to women. I feel like that's what I get from this guy. Is he thinks that he's better than us.
But
we're all a mixed level of highs and lows. There's some shitty people, and they're both men and women. There's some great people, both men and women. And this guy, he lies right underneath. I mean, you know what? He might watch this video. I'm gonna stop talking shit about him. I don't understand you.
So you don't agree that men look out for family and women majority of the time look out for themselves and their offspring?
No, I feel like women are always trying to keep the relationship together. They're always trying to, fix things. Let's go to counseling. Let's keep this thing together. And guys are like, I'm done. I mean, there are times where you should just be done and y'all should really be done. But I don't think it's all, I'm keeping this together for me. And, it's like, I'm trying to keep a family. I don't ever hear, I think it's very rarely that I hear a man be like, I'm working on myself so that I can be a better person and stay in my family. It's just like, it didn't work, so I'm gonna divorce her. I don't hear.
I would push back on that.
Go ahead.
Majority of divorces are women.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's facts.
But there's some guys that are fucking awful, and they're awful because they don't try and better themselves. They don't work. So they, I could understand if a woman's like, let's work on this together. And a guy's like, I tried and he's not really trying. Then yeah, I would divorce him too. So that makes sense.
All right.
The hurtful thing you can say to or about people is slander that's designed to hurt their chances to reproduce. And you are both socially and evolutionarily wired to really, really hate that type of slander. So when women and men want to attack men, they attack their masculinity and their sexuality, saying things like they have a little wiener, they're insecure, misogynistic, incel, and so on. When people want to attack women, they attack their virtue, saying that they're really easy in sleeping with a lot of different men. And the reason for that is because it hurts their relationship value, so men won't pair up with them and they don't have somebody to raise a family with. So this worked throughout hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. So that's why people have evolved to be very reactive to slander designed to hurt your chances to reproduce.
That's just facts again. Yeah, that's just facts again.
But slut shaming is dying. Like, we love sluts. So, be a slut.
All the decisions that women make is undercut by something called the feminine biological imperative. All the decisions men make are undercut by something called the masculine biological imperative. Now, when we're talking about beta male shaming, for women, it is very important evolutionarily for them to have control over who they reproduce with, because if they don't, they'll get stuck with low status men, men that are not reliable, or men that have bad genetics. So because of this, and because of how masculine and feminine has interacted in nature for hundreds of thousands of years, the only way for women to control men is to provide negative and positive social sexual reward. So in order to keep the men that are undesirable, that have those undesirable traits, women have evolved to be very socially hostile towards them, to continue to keep them in a submissive state through social shaming. So shaming and gender.
I pretty much find that to be true.
Yeah.
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 Like a lot of women shame like the lower dudes.
Huh? I fully believe in shame. Like, shame children, because if a child's being weird, you don't, like, you know, time out, all that stuff. No. You're just like, do what you're gonna do, but that's weird. Like, shame. Okay. Shame a man into being a better person. Shame a woman into being a better person. I feel like shame is not utilized enough in today's society. Make fun of people. Make them feel bad for being weird or like wrong, or, you know, like racist, you know, make people feel bad for being bad. Everybody's too like, oh, don't hurt their feelings. No, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. You should do this. You should feel bad.
I agree, but his perspective is something different.
Yeah, this is like
a regular person who might just be ugly as fuck and
don't shame people for things they can't change.
No, I know. I'm saying they might be ugly and they come up to you and try to talk to you. Get out my face, you ugly. But you know, that type of thing.
I mean, yeah, but then this whole like nice guys finish last, that's not really a thing anymore. You know, girls are out here looking for people who are going to be nice to them with the whole Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, all these things. It's easy to find someone to have sex with, you know, just hump and dump, whatever. But it's so much these days that girls are like, I'm over it. I want someone nice. I don't care what he looks like. I just want him to be a good person and take care of himself, take care of me, you know, stuff like that. So don't shame them.
Alexa,
did I say something?
You might have. Alexa, I'm losing my voice. Pause music. Alexa, fucking up. All right. Yes. So we can continue.
Yeah.
Equality causes men and women to hate each other for this reason. So prior to social media dominating the narrative and feminism taking over our culture, our society and our cultural values revolved around promoting positive masculine qualities and positive feminine qualities in order to facilitate functional relationships between men and women. This has been replaced with equality and actively feminizing men and emasculating women in the goal of eradicating any kind of gender roles. The problem with this is that you're no longer facilitating the natural relationship
Order.
between men and women, and
Yeah.
you're no longer promoting positive qualities, and toxic feminine and toxic masculine qualities are getting out of control, and men and women are going to hate each other more and more in this new culture.
You agree with that?
I mean, I talked about this earlier a little bit. Like, you know, you don't have to be a woman to be feminine. You don't have to be a man to be masculine. Like, he's talking about men and women and all this stuff. I get the rise of, like, toxic femininity and toxic masculinity, but I don't think it has to do with this whole equality thing. Like, I think it just has to do with people not shaming people.
Okay, I would push back, even though my voice is giving up. I'm going to let this be the last one, but I would push back.
Okay.
The only thing that I would say is what happens when the need for that role needs to be filled.
There's always going to be someone to fill it. That's the thing. It's a spectrum. You have to find the right person. You can't make a masculine woman be feminine. That's just wrong. Like, you can't make a feminine man be masculine. But there are masculine men. There are feminine women. There's all kinds of people out there. So if you're looking for that role to be filled, you will find it, but don't force it on someone.
I'm not saying you looking, I mean the world is looking. For instance, if you're a masculine woman and I'm a feminine whatever man and someone comes in the house, who do you think is going to be the one that be like, looks at him like, do something?
Just depends on the relationship, you know? Like, what do you mean, like, do something?
Like, someone comes in his house to try to rob us or kill us, whatever. You would be like,
if you're the feminine man and you look at me and you say, go handle this, and I'm a masculine woman, I'm going to grab my gun and I'm going to go handle it. Like, there's that role will be filled by whoever. You don't have to be gender roles aren't limited to gender. Like, you know, I don't think that, you know, you may disagree, but I think that the world is changing.
Be like,
I'm not a masculine woman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I know women, I know women who are masculine and would grab their gun and go. Like, let's go. And then this guy might be like, oh, it's just a woman, but you underestimate her, and then bam, you're in trouble or you're dead.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have to be assigned to a certain gender role because of how you were born. Like, it's a whole color wheel of things and colors and meshing together. It's just a blend, you know? Let people blend. Let people be. Don't force these gender roles on people. This next generation is going to be so fluid. So fluid. I'm so excited for it. my little brother and my little sister, if y'all watch this, y'all know they're fluid as hell. Yeah.
All right. Where can they find you?
Oh, on Instagram, I'm Mommy Sierra. MAMISIERRA.
All right, it's your boy Don Jaye. Make sure you hit the links in the description below. Sorry for the crackly voice, but we'll be back stronger than ever. Peace.